Pick a card. What do people try to hide from you? Here are your selections, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi friends, my name is Xoxo with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. What do people try to hide from you? Pile number one. First of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for the subscribers and the likes and the comments. I really do appreciate it. What do people try to hide from you? Pile one, if you chose this lovely creature on the right-hand side of my screen, this beautiful snake, I was riveted. I'm not necessarily a snake person, but I love this image. Then you've arrived at your reading. What do they hide? What do people try to hide from you? What? We have the Star. Girl, you better be kind of covered. I'm going to get in trouble. We have Temperance. And we have Ace of Cups. So, first of all, before I started, right away, I got this song in my head. And I know, leave the singing to the professionals. And here we are for the upteenth time. But it's that song, Turn Around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. That one song. Okay. So, this could be somebody from your past. I feel like it could be somebody who pedestals you. Or puts you up on some kind of a, pedestal. They look up to you, that kind of a thing. I'm debating on if I'm going to get in trouble or not for this image. I don't think so. I mean, she's beautiful. So, but anyways, with the Star, I feel like this is somebody from afar. They could live from far away. They could be far away from you, not close. There could be distance, physical, emotional, but also I feel like there could be like a long time since you've talked or anything like that. And I feel like what they try to hide is that they actually pedestal you. Now, the other download I'm getting, that was for a couple of people in specific. For most of you guys, I feel like people really tend to pedestal you. Same scenario, right? They look up to you. They feel like even the stars are on your mind. And by the way, if you guys are readers, this is called the Ghetto Tarot. It is a beautiful deck. If you're interested in it, not affiliated, just share it with you. Anyways, I feel like these people could see you who they could see you for who you really are. I have to slow down. And I'm looking at all the white on the background. I feel like you have a very pure heart. I feel like you could have humble roots. I feel like you could be, I'm all hearing naked and afraid. Maybe you are. Maybe you're feeling a little bit afraid of being like exposed to the world or to people, something like that, right? But I definitely feel like you have a natural beauty about you. And it's especially noticeable when you feel like you're not being observed, when you're kind of doing your own thing. And there's a lot of people actually that want to observe you. Well, we've done a couple of readings like that before, haven't we, pile number one? So anyways, they tend to pedestal you and they want to hide this fact, which is kind of interesting. Now, Temperance. I feel like people tend to get they're discombobulated around you. They feel their emotional equilibrium is lacking. They feel like they are teetering and tottering, okay? You know, teeter-tottering, that whole thing. I feel like also people try to hide how emotionally connected they feel, how what you speak resonates with them, how when you even have a conversation with them, there is connectivity, there is resonance, there is vibrational match to whatever it is that you are speaking on. And now, of course, I'm looking out into the forest and I'm looking out, it's not a real person, but formed by the beautiful trees and all the leaves and sticks and God knows what, right? I see this person kind of lurking out from behind a tree, and it seems like they're kind of carrying a stick. And initially it wasn't feeling threatening, but you could have some people that what they're trying to hide is that they are, I heard, covert enemies. So some people pedestal you, other people get jealous, and there's a deep connection right there. Even the people that get jealous of you and that don't like you, right? The quote, air quotes, I don't like you. And it's more coming from a place of like insecurity and I want to like be you, or don't steal the spotlight, something like that. And I don't know. Everybody has insecurities, so we're not here to talk about that. But what they try to hide from you, well, maybe we are, is that people do feel insecure around you. And it takes a little bit for them to kind of stabilize and get a real understanding that you're not here for anything. Not what they think anyways. So if they think you're here to take their job, hi, squirrel. You are so... Shut up, waving at me. For real. Oh, you're eating? Okay, maybe. Oh, you're eating. Okay. Well, it looked like a wave. I'll take the wave too. Anyways, it looked like a wave. I swear to goodness. But yeah, even if you're not here, let's say they feel threatened, you know, because they have a boyfriend or they have a man, they have a husband, or they have a woman, or they have a partner, or they have a throuple and they don't want that threatened, or they don't want you taking their job, their position. They don't want you taking their attention, things like that. Why are you eating and facing me? That looks tasty, but thank you. No, thank you. It's so cute. Anyways, yeah, so I feel like you unconsciously elicit a lot of people who want to observe you and they want to absorb you. What the heck? Look, okay, you have a deep spiritual connection. You can come from like the islands, any islands. It could be Hawaii, it could be Puerto Rico, it could be Grenada, it could be Cuba, it could be any of the places that I'm not even thinking about clearly right now. But I'm going to say that whatever it is, it really resonates with people. You resonate with people. I'm looking at the triangle right here and this little like angel. And I feel like you have divine protection. And what people don't want you to know is not only do they get discombobulated, but they feel that divine protection. And it's almost like regardless of what case, what scenario, or where you're at, you are absolutely divinely protected. No one can touch you. And I'm hearing, no one can stop me. I'm all the way up. Okay, something like that. We're not here to sing. Let's get back on task, G. So I'm going to say that you could have come from humble means, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But pile number one, I feel like you never forgot your roots. I feel like you are incredibly heart-centered, heart-connected, and very focused, maybe focused on a dream, maybe focused on a goal, things like that. And people really admire you. And while they admire that, there's a little bit of backlash to that admiration. Now, what's interesting to me is that it appears to me that you're minding your own business, and yet other people are minding your business too. I'm sorry for laughing, but that happens to me so often. It's annoying. It's annoying. I'm like, mind your business. I'm over here doing me. Don't, you know, it's not about you. Okay, we have more cards under here. Anyways, pile number one, if you're liking these kind of readings, do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. This is my second channel, as some of you know. I do have a first channel. It is called PsychicMD, where I have over 700 videos for you to peruse. I also have an August 2024 giveaway in each respective community tab. I feel like I finally perfected that spiel. It took me a gazillion times. Pile number one. What do people try to hide from you? Okay, it looks like betting. Okay, capital G, getting out of a situation or being on your own now. Okay, freedom and independence. Maybe, okay, what I'm getting instinctively, maybe you do have like the boyfriend stealing vibe or girlfriend stealing vibe. I don't know. But I feel like you help people break free. Even doing your own thing, it doesn't make a difference. Maybe you're a spiritual teacher. Maybe you just talk about spirituality, things like that. But whatever it is, I feel like you help people clear their minds, really understand what it is that they're entangled with and that they need to break free. Now, this can cause some anger and things like that because like, damn it, pile number one was right. Ugh. That kind of a vibe. Or simply this could be due to shame because these chains to me feel like they're really deep. Roots go really, really deep. And some of these people want to hide the fact that they are trying to break free from someone before they are seen and exposed by you. Wow, that was pretty deep. So I feel like you inspire people also. People, they don't want you to see that you actually inspire them to be better. You make me better. Now, why would that be? I mean, shouldn't we all aspire to make other people better around us? Well, anyways, I mean, far be it for me to question the motivation of the people in your life, right? Or around you, or just looky-loos. Okay. Some of these people can have addictions. Some people, what they try to hide from you is that they have an addiction that they need to break free from. They need to know they need to break free. And they are in the process, or they feel helpless against it and they're not ready to quite do it. And these are difficult. Pile number one, I don't feel, just disclaimer, any judgment towards people that have addictions. Been there, done that, and I put myself through rehab, non-court mandated. You're welcome for the TMI going on over here at these parts. But I'm just going to say that, you know what? We all have our devils and our demons that we struggle with. We all have to overcome obstacles that are like monumental. And we all look at other people for inspiration. That's all I have to say about that. Moving on. I just feel like you could be a source of inspiration. I love how she has her foot in the bowl. And by the way, this deck, here we go, not promoting the deck. Don't fall. It's this gorgeousness right here, the Ghetto Tarot. And I love this deck so hard because they went into, was it Puerto Rico? I always say Puerto Rico because I'm from there, but Cuba, I don't know. But they went somewhere. I forgot because I haven't read the book in a long time. And they really commissioned people in the local neighborhood. They said, hey, I want you to be this. Come out with some stars. Come out with a tub of water and 2 goblets and some wings. And they really manufactured the images according to whatever material they had on hand within their surroundings. And I feel like that is so clever, so innovative. And maybe perhaps I feel, pile number one, that you yourself are clever and innovative, and people can get a little bit defensive. I do feel like people steal material from you as far as like intellectual property and things like that. But I also feel like they want to try to steal your vibe, or they want to looky-loo. And yeah, some people have envy in their hearts, but that's going to be their problem. Pile number one, I just want to thank you for being you. I want to thank you for doing the best that you can, for really listening to that dream, that desire that you have, and continue going for it. The one thing that I will say is, you know, don't allow other people to see your moves. Just continue pushing and doing your thing. That way your energy will not be encumbered. Divine match. What do we have here? Okay, pile number one, following your destiny and a love that's meant to be. Ooh, endless love. Love so tender. Are you attracting like soulmates or people that really believe that they're the right match for you? That kind of, it's possessive, but it's loving as well. I like that. Divine match. It's a balance, right? So I feel like you could be attracting a divine match. And I feel like when people meet you, some way, somehow, you really resonate with their soul. And you have such a purity about you that they want to be your divine match. They want to clean up their messes, right? Any addictions that they have, any third-party energies and things like that. I feel like they know that they cannot come to you towards you with that nonsense. Now, some of you guys, if you're in partnerships where you have more than 2 people, it's more than monogamy, which is outdated. I get it, guys. Moving on. But if this is you, then you have other people out there looking, feeling like, no, they don't want to steal your person. They want to steal you. So anyways, there is food for thought right there. And people don't want you to know that. It's really interesting. What do people try to hide from you? Pile one, poetic justice. What? Retribution and karma. Well, that feels like it's out for blood. What's going on here? Breaking free. Poetic justice. We're going to look at this in just a minute. What do people try to hide from you? Cyberbully, attacks with words or posts, and cancel culture. Yeah. Well, you see a lot of mockery going on there. Somebody's totally fixated. They're even enjoying their coffee, right? Well, while hating on you. That's quite the paradox going on there. So I feel like with this poetic justice, I feel like some people try to hide from you that they are looky-loo and spying and all these things. They want to know if you have a divine connection. If you have, you know, intuitively, I put this like this white ring on. So I don't know, something very spiritual and connected to you, but they want to know if you're partnered and things like that. But they're looking at you not with the idea or desire to partner. They're looking at you with like, okay, let's mock, let's hate, let's ridicule. This could be a bully that has been in your life for a long time, or a bully from your past, something like that. And so they just want to get the deeds so they can spread gossip and rumors. But I have news for them. Pile number one, this is poetic justice. While you're busy minding your own business, and these people are busy minding your business too, I feel like the scales are in a balance. I feel like you've allowed spirit to do whatever spirit does. I couldn't even talk right now. And you allowed those scales of justice and balance to come together. However, it needs to come together. And I'm hearing, come together right now over me. So I feel like you have divine protection. I also feel like your third eye is wide open. And again, I'm getting a vibe of like humility and love and resilience from you. I don't feel like things have been difficult. I'm getting a lot of energy on my crown chakra. Pile number one, if you're liking these kind of readings, let me know. If you'd like me to do something different, also let me know. I may or may not do it. And I just saw this little dandelion flutter by this way. That was kind of impressive because that's a first in my whole life, my whole experience. It's never happened before. So maybe you have a special wish that is about to come true, that came into the line of vision. And, you know, dandelions are like the white puffy things that kind of populate the whole world and infuriate a lot of people and make the pesticide makers rich. Moving on. What do people try to hide from you? Overindulgence, too much, too fast. That people maybe want to come towards you and just binge on your energy. They want to break free from their own chains. I feel like a lot of people think that you have the answers to everything. So you could be a people magnet. When people, and I'll give you an example. I was in this meditative class. Well, I don't know. It was a class with a friend of mine, and you know, typical me, I make the beeline for the door. Once it's over, I'm like, bye. No questions, no qualms, no apologies. And my friend, she gets intercepted by all these people, you know, who want to chit chat, know her and this and that. And she's very, very kind, very spiritual, very connected as well. But I thought, wow, these people just like want to binge on her energy too. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel it. When you monopolize somebody's time or you're just there to kind of suck off their energy, I don't feel like they were doing it deliberately. She has an incredible vibe. Why are we 17 minutes into this? I'm so sorry. This is not that channel, you guys. So I will bring it back. This was supposed to be me bringing it back in, and I'm not doing that for you. Anyways, people don't want you to know that they want to binge on your energy. They want your cup, and they want their cup too. But they want to kind of keep you. Something a little bit controlling about it. And we all want to control. We all know we don't. Corporations, I'm going to say, want to control whatever is innocent and pure and make it into profit. So there could be something there for you. Divine feminine. What? Didn't we have a divine match? So you are coming across as a divine feminine, yin to their yang. What did I tell you? They want to drink you up. They want to slop you up like gravy. I used to have a boyfriend who used to say that, and I'm like, what disgusting thing is that? But anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope you're not too disappointed and went way over. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi, pal number 2. My name is Griselle with PsychicMD, and I'm here to do your reading. Pal number 2, welcome to my channel. What are people trying to hide from you? Let's just get a little bit of smoky smoke. I call everything sagey sage because it just rhymes better. But anyways, what are people trying to hide from you? Pile number 2, you chose this beautiful image on the right-hand side of your screen. The jellyfish, electrifying. It's electric. So one thing I'm going to tell you is that right away, right before I opened up my camera, I started seeing in my mind's eye, right? This image of Will Smith in the movie where, oh my gosh, I don't know the movie's called, but basically it's death by jellyfish. Okay. If you haven't watched it, I done spoiled it for you. So sorry, that's not my typical style, but, my readings are running too long. 17 minutes is not okay, especially when y'all only watch maybe like 9 or 10. So, yeah, there could be something in that movie for you. If you guys know the movie, the name of the movie, please drop in the comments below because I done forgot. Moving on. What do people try to hide from you? Okay. Hi, maybe. Oh, sorry about my body noises. My throat's like, hello again. So we have 3 of Swords right here. People try to hide from you that maybe they're in a period of time where they are healing. They're in repose. They are I heard conflicted. They are really focused on what is served to break their heart, maybe some past trauma, things like that. Maybe they're going to therapy, and that they're frail. People try to hide from you that they are actually delicate. And so I don't feel like, well, you're electric though, right? The jellyfish has got all the, let me tell you a story real quick. Squirrel. So once upon a time, I was at the beach and I was a kid, and there was a jellyfish that was kind of like dying on land. And a kid took a rock and skipped the rock on top of the jellyfish. The rock happened to, you guessed it, hit me in the leg. And because it scraped off all the whatever little stingers or whatever that jellyfish ooze has, I actually got stung by it. So I'm going to say people hide from you that you can actually wound them, that you can hurt them, that maybe perhaps they have a reverence for you and you could be a little bit careless, reckless, or mouthy. I'm talking about myself, by the way, so no shame in that game. If this describes you, this is your reading. Pile number 2. Let's find out what else we have for you. Yeah, but they could be a little bit frail, a little bit tender. King of Cups. So this king, I feel like, wants to come towards you, and they want to offer you love. They want to offer you whatever it is that they have. They have a key right here, which that's unusual, and I like it. I like it. Okay. So this king is ready and prepared. They are riveted. They are focused. This king could be very psychic, very connected. And this is, I don't know why I'm promoting this because I'm not affiliated, but I think it's a lovely deck, the Ghetto Tarot, okay? So I'm just going to say that, yeah, we're reading with the Ghetto Tarot, but I also feel like this person, people feel like they want to hide from you is romantic stuff. They feel like they want to offer you something, but they also feel like they don't have enough to offer you. Like almost like you are royalty, and you're a little bit of a stingy with your words and things like that, a little bit rough around the edges, but they want to offer you something. They don't know how you're going to take it. This also is giving me a little bit of the not temptation, not temptress. Wow, are you temptress? Okay. So I feel like people want to hide that you are temptation to them, that you are a temptation. That's kind of what I'm getting from here. Well, let's just get into it here. What else? Wow. Okay, people try to hide from you that they feel like you're the perfect match. I don't care if it's same sex, different sex, no sex, asexual, demisexual, sapiosexual, whatever sexual. I just feel like people think that you are the perfect match for them. Okay, you're perfect to me. You're perfect to me. Now, I'm looking at the tires right here, and all of a sudden I got Chariot vibes. And this right here pours a lot of water, presumably, or like debris, sewage, I don't know. So I'm going to say that tire even looks like an S. Your initials could start with an S, or somebody's initials can have an S in them. I'm going to say that there could be something about like wanting to build up momentum to come towards you, but then they're afraid that you're a little bit stingy because the cups suit, all of the cups are a bit sensitive. They have a lot of feelings, and I feel what I feel. That's kind of a thing. But you feel and seem like the ideal person. For a lot of you here are women, and I feel, pick it up, put it down. I feel like they can't stop thinking about you and putting you up and putting you back down. Wow. Metaphorically. So you could be on somebody's phone, like picture, things like that. But even here, even though this is like meant to be a goblet, this is a 2 of cups. It's like the yin to the yang once again. And they definitely want to move towards you, but they feel like they're missing something. They don't have enough, that kind of a thing. People want to hide from you that they have lack in their life, lack in their heart, lack in their mindset, or even lack of room in their life for you, right? They want to hide that. I heard they want to hide that ish, but we're not swearing right now. Nurture growth. So what people want to hide from you is they want to attend to your bond with love and patience. They want to come towards you. They want that eye-to-eye contact. They would love for you to even put your hand on your chin. That is a lot of like posing, right? It's not postulating, but posing, framing. I forget what they call it in body language, but it's like, look at me. Look at me now. And maybe that's what these people want to hide from you too. It's like they want to get their ish together. They want to kind of arm their heart or come towards you in a certain way that there won't be any pushback, no retaliation, that kind of a thing. I feel like a lot of this is romantic, even if you are in a connection, even if other people are in connections. And you, pile number 2, can sense this. I know for a fact because I feel it. Beyond compare. Okay, who printed this? Whatever. Comparing new partners to past experiences, fresh take and better times. Yeah. So they could compare you. Oh, that's what it is. What people try to hide from you is that they compare you to their current partner. If they are partnered, they compare you to their wife, to their husband, to their mate, to a significant other, their plus one, whatever their deal is. They also compare the bond that they have or that they think they could have with you to the bond that they currently have as well. And is a sunset rising around you? I think so. So I feel like you appear warmer in their connections, in your connection with them, or at least that's what they feel. And there's a lot of silver right here. You could attract older people that are set in life, that are kind of focused, that have kind of done, I've lived and had the marriage and the kids and the this and the that. And now I'm in a place where I can focus on me. Or this could be stating I've been to school and I've gotten all the initials and all the, degrees on my wall and things like that, and all the plaques, and I'm successful at work and I have all the awards to show. But now I'm looking at you. I'm looking at a squirrel. I can't help it. Hi, squirrel. Totally. It's like popping up everywhere. So these people could try to hide from you that they deliberately pop up on you. Oh, yeah, I happen to be at the same store. Or, hi, I happen to be at the same place, grabbing a coffee. Sacrifice. What's this about as we get closer? Pile number 2. The more you sacrifice, the more you get. Sacrificing too much of yourself for others. Look at all this. It seems like the building is coming down in shambles, and there is a huge, woo-wee. What is that? Huge plume of smoke? That's more than a plume. A huge shroud of smoke. So they know what they're trying to hide from you is that maybe they're connected or unavailable or something. They're lacking, right? They're lacking resources, they're lacking confidence, all the things that you could be lacking. And no shame in that game. I've been there too. So I'm not talking smack about people that are in lack. And I feel, by the way, that you don't even care or think or look at things like that. I feel like you, when you measure, you're weighing with your heart. You know how they say cook? Well, measure, you add as much garlic with your heart, measure with your heart, that kind of a thing. I feel like you do that. Pile number 2, and I love that for you. And pile number 2, this is my second channel. My very first channel is called PsychicMD, where I have over 700 videos for your viewing pleasure. And also, I do have an August 2024 giveaway, which is simply reading with me. And it is in each respective community tab. So you might want to check those out. Pile number 2, what do people try to hide from you? Fantastic. What? People get riveted on you. Also with this eye, I feel like it's like the evil eye. People get riveted on you, obsessive and all in your face. Ew. Okay. It could be messy. People want to get messy with you. Take it however that will resonate. Okay. But I also feel like they are messy. Like if they're in other connections, they know that this is messy and that's why they try to hide it from you. And rightly so. On your own, do things without help. Doing things without help. And interesting. So pile number 2, this could be you. You could go on hikes by yourself. You could go on adventures by yourself. You could have traveled mountains by yourself and scaled different planes, jumped out of airplanes. You could have done a multitude of things. Some of you guys are into like art and water painting or designing, like paper art where you rip paper and you make it look a certain way. Any of the things. Some of you guys could be into nature. But I also feel that what people try to hide from you is that they become a fan of your energy. They want to look and see what you're doing all the time. They're riveted on this energy. It's like, how are you so independent? How do you do things all by yourself? How do you seemingly not need anyone? Because pile number 2, we all know, all of us, without exception, need other people in our lives. That's really hard for me to say, but I said it. Pile number 2, responsibilities. Yeah. What's up? Doing the laundry, commitments, obligations, important duties, and burdens. So pile number 2, what people try to hide from you, and I'm hearing, with dirty laundry, how could you not hear that? So maybe people have dirty laundry that they don't want you to know. Maybe they have acted less than noble, Maybe they have stuck their foot in their mouth. For some of them, talking stuff that they shouldn't be talking about. Maybe perhaps they have things to clean up with their exes, with, I don't know, current circumstances, their apartment, whatever the deal is, but they have like a lot of other obligations and things like that. And maybe they don't want you to know about this. This could be the sneaky link that tries to like creep up on you, and they want to be with you, that kind of a thing. But they have a whole mess of stuff that you don't want. They have to kind of figure themselves out before I think you would even let them near, that kind of a thing. And they know it. What? The ripple effect. What are people trying to hide from you? What do people try to hide from you? Pile number 2 is the ripples. The ripples that you cause resonate. But you know how vibration can break things up, how it could destroy things, even like sound waves and things like that. I feel like you have a way of affecting people so that your energy ripples. And is it reverberate? Reverberate? No. Reverb, something like that, where it just like vibrates throughout it, like the ripple effect ripple effect, right? But I feel like with sound waves and with like emotion and with speech, I feel like you've had an effect on people. And this affects everything, and it's affecting their life. It's affecting their optimism. It's helping give people hope. And I feel like in spite of, you'd be surprised at how many people you are touching, giving them hope, giving them inspiration, and giving them like a zeal. And I even feel like for some of you guys, you even have haters that want to check you out and wind up being inspired by you. Okay. They are inspired and they're like, wait a minute, what is going on with this person? And I feel like you bring all the milkshake. Wait, my milkshake brings the boy the yard. Sorry. Yeah. But, I feel like you balance things out for people in their minds, in their hearts. And you lend a lot of stability. I feel like you're a lot about rhyme and reason. It's not freaking rocket science, which is what's stated in your aura and your energy as well. But it is rocket science for those living in chaos. They're like, wait a minute, we can have order. We can have patterns. We can pattern, we're living a pattern that our parents have lived, or that I've always done, or whatever. I feel like you can point out patterns. Maybe sacred geometry could be a thing for you that people learn about. So what people try to hide from you is a little bit the ripple effect that you have created in their life, okay? And how it has really helped to serve a desire to put order into their lives. Yeah. So I'm going to get, because surprisingly, did I keep it on task? I did. I'm going to get another card. The Hierophant. Why not? So what are people hiding from you? People want to hide how you people look up to you, how you have connection to the other side that they don't have. Now, pile number 2, we all know that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, and that's basically it. Therefore, we're all connected to spirit. I don't feel like you tout yourself as like somebody special, more special than the next person, but I do feel like people view you as such, okay? I feel like you have an ability to bring forward, as above, so below. But I feel like you're tuned in and tapped into the mysteries of life in a deep way. And your eyes are just riveted. It comes naturally to you. And people are a little bit shook by that. They're a little bit fascinated. And I feel like you draw a lot of attention to yourself by that. Even, I feel like you could be very handsome, very beautiful, very svelte as well. Not me trying to talk with a wannabe accent. So sorry. That just slipped. It just happened. But it could be from Switzerland. I don't know. But listen, regardless, I feel like you're incredibly beautiful and eye-catching, and that's like the beginning of your story. That's not even the tip of the iceberg. And once people get to know you, they find you quite riveting. And I feel like also you can stabilize people. You help people feel calm, confident, cool, collected, and you help them to really have faith in themselves, in their abilities, and also in spirit and being plugged into the other side. So I don't know why these things are such big secrets, other than they don't want you to get a big head maybe, or they're kind of like a little bit embarrassed, that kind of a thing. But I personally, pile number 2, think that it's important to learn from everybody. I think it's cool. Like, I learned from my friends, and maybe they learned from me. I don't really know that part, but I learned from my coworkers, and even the most painful situations that I've been in my life, I've learned from them. They have been like a catalyst for me to launch on a new journey or to really change how I view and see things or how I portray myself or what I am currently working on. I mean, monumental things. So if you keep your eyes open in everything, there could be a lesson there. And I feel like that's what people kind of try to hide from you, that they actually really learn a ton from you. That's what I have. Much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot. Pile number 3. So I apologize for the snafu. I uploaded this entire video without your portion some way, somehow. And it appears the spirit wanted me to re-record it. So here we are. Pile number 3. You chose this lovely image on the right-hand side of your screen. And the downloads I got for the octopus is, what are people trying to hide from you? They try to lurk behind keyboards in darkness. They want to camouflage their interest in you. The octopus has many meanings, but also, did you know, fun fact by the way, the octopus has 3 hearts, which I found that really quite fascinating. So I feel like while people want to come across as like one way, I feel like if you search for deeper meaning, they definitely have a different intent. So on the one hand, they can feel a certain way towards you, but on the other, they kind of want to spy and lurk and see what's the best strategy. And with their tentacles, right? I pronounce that very carefully, pile number 3. I'm just going to say that I feel like a lot of people want to kind of grab onto you and not let you go. Now, this can mean a lot of romantic situations, but this can also mean familial. This can be friendships. This could be work, all the above. And if you look around at your life, I'm just going to say that one thing that you're going to notice is that people do not disengage easily from you. They try not to anyways. And it might take you some effort and some decisive action in order to establish like a boundary of separation. Like, okay, this is me, this is you. Very lovely to meet you. Very, very nice to have that friendship, whatever the thing is, right? All the things. So I feel like this is where you've learned a lot of your lessons in life, by the way. So I'm reading off of my notebook right here, my downloads. Pile number 3. What did people hide from you? People hide from you that, you know, with the octopus, they can change their entire bodies, the color of their bodies in 0.3 seconds, it is said. They can also regenerate their nerves, their tentacles, and their suckers should they lose these. Or sometimes they get stressed enough to where they actually kind of like eat their own tentacles, which is kind of odd. I didn't know that either. But people feel like they want to hide from you how possessive they feel towards you. And even after you're long gone or out of the picture, they feel deeply and possessively over you. So I never feel like with pile number 3 with you, what people try to hide from you is the level of depth that they feel, the kinship that they feel, and also maybe even how duplicitous their, is it how you pronounce it? Their heart can be. Because I feel like on one sense, there's an admiration or they want to kind of, there's an air of mystery, right? And then on the other, they want to capture it and they want to confine it into their own little rigid world, I guess. So let's find out a little bit more about what do people hide from you, or what do people try to hide from you. Pile number 3, what do we have for the broken branch? Heartache with the number 29. And whenever I look at trees, I think family trees, things like that. This tree appears to have been kind of like dying, wilting, and rotting for a long time. If you can see, let's get closer, pile number 3. You can see kind of a little haze in the background of what is presumably a tree as well. And it looks healthy and kind of full and beautiful. So the seasons wouldn't really matter in this case. It just appears that this one is run its course. And so I'm just going to say that with a broken branch, people want to hide from you perhaps that they don't come from a whole family, and I'm doing air quotes, whatever that means. Maybe they are broken off from their family, they're estranged, things like that. Those are very real possibilities, especially with the house right here behind it. I also feel like they want to hide their general heartache from you. And then 9, 10, 11, I don't have enough fingers to count that out on. But with the number 11, I feel like this reduces to a 2. I don't feel that, by the way. Pile number 3, that's a fact, right? But I'm gonna say that this talks a lot about a lot of starts and stops, and maybe perhaps people feel like they don't want to underwhelm you with their presence if they haven't achieved certain things. They don't want to feel like, well, this isn't good enough for pile number 3, even though that may not be exactly how you would feel or think necessarily. Keep in mind, this is strictly from the perspective of people that try to hide things from you, and we all do things with different motives, different hearts, and different minds. So leave room for things like that. Please don't take this personally. Let's see what else we have for you. Pile number 3. What do we have for you? What do they try to hide from you? The invitation. Okay, let's get this clear, please. So pile number 3, I feel like they try to clarify everything. There's an invitation right here. And the answer is yes. And it's interesting because pile number 3, I feel like people would change a lot of things for you. And I'm getting this right here. If you look at the card, is a number 5. And for me, the number 5 is always fluctuation and change and many variables. And I don't want to say like a lack of foundation, but the foundation and the terrain is always changing. So it's not very predictable or dependable. And I'm going to say that I feel like what people try to hide from you is that if you were to ask them something, they would give you an automatic yes. They would give you pretty much whatever it is that you want out of, I feel like, a fondness or, I don't know, like a love. This could even be platonic love. Even if it seems like it's a pie in the sky, like that would be asking too much of anyone that you would, that you could ask that of. I feel like pile number 3, you're the person that could ask and actually legit get it. You can start in a new company and literally, you know, a week or 2 later ask the CEO, well, you know, these benches need to, or did you notice in the lunchroom we can use a new fridge or something like that? And all of a sudden it's like, ta-da, you make it happen. And I'm hearing you make it better. You make it better. I'm looking at her dress, and again, I feel like anything like wearing white, I feel like that is connecting with spirituality, and people try to hide from you that they really can get a high off of you, and especially if they come from this place of like brokenness and they haven't had the therapies and all the modalities to really heal, or even a desire to work on themselves. Because believe it or not, people, pile number 3, you know this, people do not have a desire to work on themselves. They would rather ignore it, shove it under the carpet. And mind you, I'm no different. I just happen to trip over the carpet more than other people. So Spirit makes sure that I have to deal with my own ish constantly. And I'm just going to say that pile number 3, what people try to hide from you is that they're willing to reach. They're willing to reach for the stars. You help them dream again. And that's why people want to cling to you. They don't want to let you go. And I feel like sometimes people can really misread you when they originally meet you. And it almost feels like they feel like a sucker because they didn't really comprehend who they were getting involved with or who they were meeting and so on and so forth. And I feel like in retrospect, they look back and they go, wow, I didn't realize, almost like if they had a lack of reverence for you. Not that you're demanding it, pile number 3, but I feel like the way that people pedestal and esteem you is really high. Again, I'm getting that from here, that they just kind of feel broken, disjointed, and left behind by you for many different reasons. I'm looking at the crow right here, or is it a raven? I don't really know because, you know, you can't really tell there. But, and there's a ton of fog right there. And I feel like what people would hide from you, what people try to hide from you, is that they have a lot of brain fog also about their roots and their history and where they come from and where it is that they're headed. In a lot of ways, I feel like pile number 3, you guys are my leaders. You guys are pilgrims. In other words, you guys are the ones that forge new territory, and you kind of do this like very naturally. And I feel like you give people hope that they too can start anew, or turn over a new leaf, or make such progress that, look at how different these 2 cards are. I mean, there's nothing outside of them being kind of dark cards that really make them seem to go together. And again, I feel like I keep hearing you make it better. And I just saw 911. So pile number 3, I feel like you could be really good in a crisis where if somebody undergoes like a friend group or even at work and things like that, that if they undergo a crisis, they know that they can call you. You're the first person on their minds, but they want to keep that under wraps. There's a certain amount of vulnerability that comes with admitting like, hey, you're my person. And pile number 3, I feel like you guys can be a lot of air quotes again, you're my person. A lot of people want to come to you, and I heard like put things together. So maybe you're an advisor, maybe you're a counselor, maybe you are a great strategist, analyst, maybe you do a lot of books for companies and things like that. You do your own books, I don't know, but you have some supreme skill that is actually well known, and you have a touch that helps people to feel at ease and at peace. And this is why they don't want to let you go, and that's what people don't want you to see. Very intriguing, actually. I feel like very calm and very like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to let you go either. It's very peaceful, very calm, very, I'm all not very demure, Grisel, don't say that. So I didn't say that really. But pile number 3, let's see what else we have going on. Oh, and by the way, this is my second channel. My very first channel is called PsychicMD, where I have over 700 videos for you to peruse. So you can also check for August 2024 giveaway. These are timeless readings, but the giveaway is only good for August 2024, where you can look at the community tab and see the requirements to enter that as well. And taking a moment just to thank all of you guys who commented, let me know, well, one person then, that this video, I had cut off the very end somehow, and then I deleted it. Dang it. So here we are. But thank you so much. And thank you guys for subscribing and hanging in there with me. Pile number 3. What do people try to hide from you? The light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. Well, isn't that exactly what we're just talking about? So I feel like you can initiate people, ignite people, and help them to really progress. Especially, I'm feeling like getting unstuck. I'm now just kind of like scrying, looking through the woods, and I feel like an air of stuckness to people. And I feel like when they meet you or they interact with you, they have this thing to where they're like, pile number 3 can actually get me unstuck. And I don't feel like it's a cohesive thought. I feel like it's more intuitive, but then they start putting 2 and 2 together, like, wow, this person has really great ideas. I just recently saw, I think this morning, like a TikTok where it was a semi was in a ditch, and I talked about how, like, if you know, I don't even know the words, it just left my brain right now, you're welcome. But if you know physics, okay, I think. No, I'm like, oh my God, it's been a long day. But anyways, if you know, you know. If you know physics, I think it was, I'm pretty sure. But this guy got like a block and he put it in between the semi-truck's wheels. And then they gave the semi-truck gas, and it continued rotating until the semi was out of the ditch. And I feel like you represent that kind of person that you don't get stuck in between problems. You're like, well, how can we creatively make this happen? Okay. And I feel like this is an incredible light, and people don't want to tell you, and I don't know why, but they don't want to admit that you're actually a real light in the lamp, and that when your presence is no longer with them, whether you have day off, a week off, whatever the case is, that they actually miss your light. Okay, because you see the light within yourself and everyone else. And a lot of times when we're in dark places, we all know this. Pile number 3, it's really difficult to see the light within ourselves, but I feel like you help people to really reflect back and see that they have their own light to give to the world as well. And it really renews and rejuvenates and gives them hope and helps them to really get to a point where they're willing to change some things about their lives in order to grow and proceed. Oh goodness, I said that. Now I'm stuck with that pronunciation. Anyways, so what else do we have? Pile number 3. Exercise. Okay. So what they hide for, I'm like, how does this fit? I have no idea. What do people seek to hide from you? I have to take off my glasses to see, because this is not the right prescription. So it says run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. And I feel like maybe what people hide from you, I have no idea. So give one moment, please. We're going to kind of clarify this, because this one actually threw me for a loop. And I've been up since 5, and it's like 7 right now. So what people hide from you is how interesting. Maybe they want to exercise. Maybe they want to exercise with you. I mean, that's kind of out of left field. But I feel like the world also talks about like endings, successful completions, right? Having achieved things on really rough terrain and exercise. And what I heard in my mind actually was like exercise your rights. And I feel like you really bring this to the forefront of people, and you help kind of be an advocate, like a keyboard advocate, if you will, right? And you help people say, well, you know, that's not actually right, and that's illegal, or you need to stand up for yourself. And I don't feel like you're uber aggressive about it, because I feel a lot of peace, like I feel calm. And if you guys know me, I've been known to be called aggressive, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna admit that. But I feel like you help people to really see a way that they can approach things, to really stand up for themselves, so that it's not perceived or even is aggressive, but it's just really logical, factual, and it's I don't know, I don't want to say by the books, but I mean, it almost, you leave people kind of speechless with your ability to turn events. What else do we have for pile number 3, since you all kind of waited longer for the other pile, so sorry about that. Okay, so the 3 of Wands. So what people try and hide from you is that they are waiting. They could be waiting, and I'm hearing as the song goes, I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life, or something like that. I don't know. We have buildings right here, and it's almost saying like these people want to hide from you, that they would love to build with you, take a chance with you, take a chance on me, that kind of a thing. With all the hair, I feel like these are people that you've known for a long time as well, that they would really do anything for you. Oh, interesting. So pile number 3, okay, that totally fits actually, now that I think about it. So what people really try to hold back from you or hide from you is that they actually want to be the boss. They want to be the boss of you. They want to be the emperor. In a lot of ways, it's like the love runs deep, but also you could run into a lot of narcissistic energy. And I feel like a lot of people want to control, because again, I have this like octopus energy going on with this emperor right here. This person has their crown, and they have all these people on a leash, and people want to keep you on a leash. I feel not everybody, but sometimes. And maybe some of y'all might like it. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Don't ban me. So I'm going to say, even with the chessboard right here, that's what it feels like. People want to play chess with you, or maybe try to like utilize your skills in order to strategize against other people. And they can come across sometimes, if you're not really too keen on being aware or have your radar up, they could pitch you scenarios and things so that they can have a leg up and an edge wise in situations that really don't behoove anyone, because this is all about control. This is all about you do what I say. This is about you can only run so far, but I'm going to yank you back kind of a thing. And this gives me a lot of like government vibes as well. I'm just saying. So pile number 3, what do people try to hide from you? The Hierophant. A lot of people like want to learn from you. They understand that you have a connection with the other side. I feel like they want to gain wisdom from you, and also that they could sit and listen to you. Like, this owl is literally reading, I'm going to say telepathically reading a story to this little girl, and it's on the tree. And I feel like this is stating that people want you as in their family, like part of the family. Maybe they kind of want to absorb you, and maybe, you know, like you're adopted into the family kind of a thing, because wherever it is that you go, you flourish, you help people to grow. And I feel like you have a very, very gentle spirit connected to the moon as well. I almost said Mother Moon, so I don't know if somebody calls it that. But this also gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes as well. So I feel like you have people a little bit up in the cloud, up in their feels as well. And also swiveling, always kind of like looking at you, checking things out. So that is what I have for you. Let me know what you think about your reading. I apologize again for not uploading your portion. That was rude. Much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste.